by 5. Monday wrap-up.
Blessings, you tuned in to Throwback Talk with V Fox. This is the Monday wrap-up. Took a little day trip down to the LBC, that's Long Beach, California. Had lunch at the infamous Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. That was about the best part of my Monday, considering the Redskins lost to the Miami Dolphins yesterday. So what I want to do this week on Monday wrap-up is let's revisit the pregame analysis and let's see how some of those things transpired in Sunday's game. This is going to boil down to them versus us, and whoever wants it more, who makes the least amount of mistakes, who stops the run, stops the pass, and scores points. And that's the way the game rolled. They executed, we didn't. They scored points, we didn't. Once again, our running game is null and void. We're going to have to find a way to get the running game on track. We're averaging 55 yards rushing per game. We only had 61 yards rushing this game. In our 3 victories of the season, we averaged almost 150 yards rushing. So if we can get ourselves back to that, then I think at least our offense can be successful. We can't live off of just field goals and no touchdowns. We were still 0 for 3 in the red zone and 5 for 13 on third down. Those are areas that we have to improve upon. I'll continue to say it over and over. They're riding high, got a lot of confidence, and they're ready to get their season turned around, and we can't let it happen in this game. Well, it was very evident that this Miami Dolphins team was extremely hungry, and they just outplayed us on both sides of the ball. Rookie Leonard Hankerson got the nod to start again. Not only did Leonard Hankerson establish himself as a starter on this team, but he led us in receiving yards, going over 100 yards. The worst part about the whole thing is that he had an injury which placed him on IR, and so we're going to lose him for the rest of the season. We can have hope, and I've deferred away from using the big R word, rebuilding. But if you look at the structure of this team, you see some young players really standing up and standing out. We're talking about Fred Davis, Leonard Hankerson, as I made mention of, and then also the man that's been the man of the hour is Ryan Kerrigan. This guy has progressively gotten better as the year went on, had a huge sack fumble yesterday, and the sky's the limit for this guy. And these guys have powerhouses on the offensive side of the ball. Brandon Marshall, a.k.a. The Beast, and he is the truth. Brandon Marshall, 7 catches for 98 yards. Didn't have a real explosive day, but we still had a hard time keeping them under wraps. I'm going to continue to point out these guys on the other teams that we got to stop. It's vital to the success of our team. Reggie Bush, his game has been coming on the past couple of weeks. Reggie Bush, although still nothing majorly explosive throughout the day, he had 2 touchdowns. They only scored 2 touchdowns. So, like I said, we got to stop these guys. John Beck going back to Miami. This guy has to prove that he can lead this team and that he can go out and win as a starting quarterback of the Washington Redskins. Roy Helu, who's next to be the starting running back of the Washington Redskins? As you can see, I was completely wrong in this area. It looks like it's just going to be a chess match from week to week, figuring out who our starters are going to be. 1 minute it looks like Roy Helu's going to be the starter, and then Ryan Terrain's running the ball. Then it looks like John Beck's going to be our starting quarterback, and then we see Rex Grossman behind center. I don't know what's going to happen, so I'll be looking week to week to find out, just like you. The last thing I'll say, and you've heard me say it, is that we have to continue to support this team. The worst thing that can happen when you have a 5-game losing streak like we're facing right now is that the morale of this team can drop. So we have to continue to support, back this team, and wait and continue to believe that we can get things back on track. I'm believing with you, Skins. So we got the Cowboys. Come on, it's time for payback. It's time to get this thing back on track. Let's get a win, and it starts with Dallas. Let's do it. Catch me every week for pregame and postgame analysis and everything in between. God bless.